Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Bible Q&A. Today we're discussing what does the Bible say about loving things versus loving someone? In ancient times, life was a lot more people-centered. Most folks only farmed, ate, and slept, so they would spend the rest of their time talking to their neighbors. Children played, women gossiped, and men also gossiped. Jokes aside, people cared more about each other back then. Neighbors shared things, travelers were welcomed with open arms, and strangers weren't seen as dangerous. When things got tough, communities worked together to try to make the most of what they had. Now, things have completely changed. Nobody talks to anyone besides their family and friends. Classrooms are silent. Many people don't even know what their neighbors look like. Societal trust has completely broken down. Now, I'm not one of those close-minded folks who thinks technology ruined everything. It has done amazing things for us. It has given us access to more knowledge now than at any other point in history. It has kept people alive who would have died of once incurable diseases. And what would we do without YouTube videos? However, there's something we've lost during this technological revolution: actual love. And whether you're religious or not, there's something we can learn from history's most influential book, the Bible. 2,000 years ago, in 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 1 to 5, St. Paul predicted some of the problems our modern society would bring. There are a lot of them, so I'm only going to focus on a few. The first one is covetousness. This isn't really anyone's fault. It's capitalism's fault. Society is constantly bombarding us with ads telling us to buy more and more stuff to make us feel happy. So we do, and we work to earn more and more money to buy this stuff, sometimes trampling on other people in an endless cycle. As it was said in Ecclesiastes, "He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity." Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10. To combat this, we have to slow down and think of the well-being of others. As it was said in Philippians, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves." Philippians chapter 2 verse 3. Which is more loving? Working overtime to save for a trip for your spouse, or spending an equivalent amount of time helping an elderly man move into his new home? Another problem is boasting. An unfortunate consequence of social media is that we unintentionally inflate our importance compared to that of other people. We constantly make posts about our lovers, our trips, and our stuff, and others who don't have that stuff feel bad, and they start feeling envious. They start working to try to get the stuff we have, not realizing that what we post is an edited version of life that isn't actually real. The Bible calls that kind of thing vanity. Jeremiah tells us, "And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life." Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 30. Social media can make us resent others for experiences that aren't even completely real, so we should try to create an honest portrayal of ourselves that others can relate to. The final problem I'll talk about is a lack of natural affection, a lack of care for the world and for humanity. This is mainly a flaw of businessmen. Many products are sold disregarding human health, societal cohesion, and the state of the environment. The planet is being destroyed because of fossil fuel extraction. Pastors are deceptive, according to Matthew chapter 24, verses 5, 11, and 24, telling poor people that God wants to make them rich, only so that they can get their tithes. Gambling is promoted by governments and sporting authorities despite its frequent destruction of people's lives. Any decent person would see what these products do to the world and stop promoting them. Yet, because of greed, some losers have worked to turn God's perfect world into a mess. As it was said in Ecclesiastes, "Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions." Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 29. With all this being said, how can we actually love people and not material things? It's actually pretty simple. You get to know them. Many people have embraced technology because they don't have to deal with the awkwardness that comes with getting to know other people and their stories, the good and the bad. You can listen to the news you agree with, watch shows that make you laugh, and listen to music that makes you comfortable. We can create our own worlds now and keep everyone else out. We have to fight that urge to leave people alone and start finding out what they need and how we can help them. As it was said in Romans, let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification. Romans chapter 15 verse 2. There is only so much time we can spend helping ourselves. Sometimes we have to reach out and help other people. There are many excuses that people give to not do this. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I don't know them. Some of them are valid, but that's what sacrifice is about, spending money and especially time on others that you really wanted to use for yourself. It takes patience, according to Ephesians chapter 4 verse 2, but it's worth it. We've all heard of Christ's sacrifice in John chapter 3 verse 16, but what about the 3 years Jesus spent preaching to the Jews, many of whom didn't want to hear him and sometimes attacked him? What about the years Noah spent building a gigantic boat that no one but his family wanted to enter? If they could show that much love to the human race, why can't you show at least 1,000th, 1,000,000th? If you're busy, use some of the free time you do have and help out other people. If you're tired, one of the greatest sources of energy is seeing someone light up because of a compliment or a good deed. We may feel like we don't have the resources to do good things for others, but we must remember that many people are just looking for crumbs of compassion. Why not share your loaf, even if it's all you have? That is what love is about, not flowers or dates or empty promises. As one man said from experience, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. John chapter 15 verse 13. And that is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. What does the Bible say about loving things versus loving someone? Well, it tells us that modern society is built around people buying things, boasting about those things, and neglecting those who don't have them. But it also says that we can change that by finding out what people need and using our resources to help them. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.